and thank you for listening to the Maximum Mediocrity Podcast. My name is David.
I'm Morgan.
I'm Brad.
I'm Evan.
And I'm David. And I'm sure you're all wondering why I've gathered you here today. So, as you may or may not know, Rooster Teeth, the internet entertainment company, is shutting down after 21 years. And to make a long story short, and then long again, without Rooster Teeth and the Rooster Teeth Podcast, there is no Maximum Mediocrity. There is no Anime is Trash. And so I just wanted to take some time to kind of pay homage to the podcast that kind of started this all. So normally we interview people that aren't famous but should be. But today we're just getting 4 people in a room. We're kind of just copying the format. And we're just getting some entertaining people together just to have a good old chat, just like they would do on the Rooster Teeth Podcast. So that's all I have. What's going on, everybody?
Just nothing. Today you're clearly interviewing people who aren't famous and shouldn't be.
Yeah,
by that response to that question.
When I first started Maximum Mediocrity, I was just like, I just want to make the Rooster Teeth Podcast because it's just 4 people sitting in a room, but they're really entertaining, and I thought, let's just make that show. And when I started doing it, I realized you actually have to be doing something to podcast talking about something. So you get 4 people in a room that are like your friends, and it's like, sup?
I think that was my first note I ever gave you.
It was.
It was the first note because I listened to your early podcast and I was like, why am I listening to it? It's just 4 dudes sitting talking.
Yeah. It's like, who cares? You can go to any room in America ever and get the same experience.
Yeah, I have to have the potential for like a background story. Like if it's interviewing a comedian or someone, you have to have something going on so you might get some juicy bits. And don't get me wrong, I still was entertained, but yeah.
Well, I appreciate that.
It's just 4 dudes with no tea to sip.
Yeah. So that's when we pivoted to doing interviews, because if I couldn't be interesting, I could at least find people that were interesting and I could just ask them a question. And then you just let them carry you to success.
Well, no luck here today.
Swing and a miss.
So is anyone here actually familiar with the company Rooster Teeth or what they make?
I'm familiar with it.
What do you know about them?
So I remember Rooster Teeth basically as something that we made fun of when I was at GameStop.
Really?
Yes. So I worked at a GameStop.
This is a great start to an homage to Rooster Teeth, I think.
Well, thank you. I worked at a GameStop back around like 2006. I was assistant manager. So I don't know if it's like this at all GameStop stores, but we hated like just every single person who came into the store. And
just everyone, it's just like, how dare you make me do my job?
Yeah, like
this GameStop.
Yeah, and especially
that's most retail.
Yeah,
things,
but like the people who really loved video games, the place that store was about, like we were like fucking nerds, and we were nerds too, but we just called everything nerds, and that's where we first found out about Rooster Teeth, and I just remember just being like, oh, it's just a bunch of dudes fucking around. Cool, like the same thing with the podcast. Like I was like, it's a bunch of dudes fucking around. I'll pass. And I didn't like Halo.
Yeah, they were very much into Halo.
Yeah, so like I didn't get a lot of the jokes, and I went back today and I watched some of them and I was like, I still don't know if I get these jokes.
It was like top tier then, but Red versus Blue, I don't know that it holds up anymore.
Yeah, comedy evolves very quickly.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, at the time, Gay Ghost is the funniest thing I ever heard.
Bow chicka bow wow.
I mean, I only had like a loose grasp on what like Halo was. I played it with my cousin like 3 times. I didn't even know which one Master Chief is. I don't to this day.
I think he's you.
I'm Master Chief.
Yeah. No, not you.
It was me. I'm the Master Chief all along.
That's why Master Chief never takes the mask off. The helmet off. Because it would just be Morgan.
That'd be awesome.
The people aren't ready for that.
If there was a suit that would make me tall,
yeah,
I'm buying it.
Yeah, there's stilts. It's just stilts.
It's just stilts.
It's just stilts.
At what point do shoes become stilts?
As soon as they're platform.
But you would call those platform shoes, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Wait, have you ever worn electrician stilts?
You mean like the shoes that have the spikes on the end?
Or no, aren't those like electrician stilts the one you just like strap to your feet and they're like big metal things?
So electricians don't use those? That's a drywaller thing?
Motherfucker. Drywall stilts. Mm-hmm.
That's totally a thing. The people that wear those are like very, to me, talented. I've never seen one person fall.
Yeah.
They put like You're not supposed to, but they like attach their feet to like a bucket sometimes to make themselves even taller.
Nice.
Super safe. OSHA approved.
So drywallers just a bunch of short dudes?
Yeah.
Cool.
They're like jockeys.
Oh, nice.
Well, remember, it's all about perspective. If you're a drywaller in a room full of drywallers with stilts on, you might seem a little short.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Even with platform shoes on.
That's true.
You're just compensating at that point. Just do your own thing.
That's a good point.
You're just bringing an electrician to a drywall fight.
Buzz, buzz.
Actually, a drywall fight sounds fun. Just hitting people over the head with drywall.
Nobody gets hurt because it's so flimsy.
It seems messy, though.
Yeah,
It sounds like it'd be awesome.
Yeah, it sounds like fun until the shit gets into your lungs and you die.
I'm a sneeze.
An electricity fight. Well,
Electricity fight.
The first one to get hit loses.
It's called getting tased.
Yeah.
but you just turn into a supervillain.
Pum pum.
There's no good outcome. You're instantly a supervillain.
Yeah.
Crispy.
Has anybody ever actually been part of a food fight? Like a food fight like you would see on like a Disney Channel show?
No.
Does me laughing at lunch one time and making all the juice come out of my nose count?
Yes.
Then yes.
Did it hit anyone though? Because I think the food fight, it has to hit someone.
I mean, it got all over me.
Yeah.
Nah, I guess you are someone.
That's just
Yeah.
that's just embarrassing.
Nah.
You're welcome. It's called content.
No, that's probably one of my most disappointing things about like all of school is just food fights never happened. Like what is going on? We were taught food fights happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I don't know where this idea of food fights came from. Maybe like Three Stooges.
I mean, only TV references.
I-
Now, when I have a kid, I'm
But
going to be
TV's
like,
magical and real life is horrible.
That's true.
I swear I saw a video of somebody trying to start a food fight.
It doesn't work.
And it didn't happen. He just goes, food fight, and throws like one thing, and everyone just looks at him like you're like, bro.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because no one could give a shit. You're in, like, especially like if you're at school, you don't want to wear like a spaghetti stained shirt all day.
Right. 'cause
I
you
mean,
still
school
gotta
ends after the food fight starts. We all know that.
I mean, in movies, sure, but they're not just going to send you home.
I mean,
Did
someone's
Rooster
gonna-
Teeth ever have a skit about a food fight?
Ooh, did they?
We look at the resident expert.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever. Yes, they did.
Okay.
In Ruby.
Okay.
Okay. In the show Ruby, they have a cafeteria scene, and it is a giant food fight. So yeah, they have done it.
See, you have to have a food fight if you have a cafeteria scene.
I totally forgot about Ruby being by Rooster Teeth until I looked at the Wikipedia page, and I was like, oh shit.
Brad's cat is Rooster Teeth?
My cat is from Rooster Teeth. That is
Yeah,
correct.
Ruby.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is it?
My cat's name's Ruby.
Oh yeah. Okay. I thought it was like a skit or something.
Yeah, no, my cat is named after that Rooster Teeth web program.
Yeah.
It's
No, it's
actually an
not.
anime.
the program.
Program. That's how it's pronounced, right?
Yes, Pilgrim.
Yeah. Yeah, we distinctly named her after, we wanted to name her after something that we had never heard of.
Yes.
Like, it's like a CG anime, and at the time it was like the first one of its kind, but it's so blocky and the movement isn't very good at the beginning. If you watch one of the more recent episodes, they put a lot more money into it.
That's good.
Technology evolved.
Did it look like a jib jab? Do you guys...
What is a jib jab?
Oh my God, we're talking about early days of internet here. Jib jab. It was like you would have these things where you could very crudely animated cards you could send to someone and it would like have their name in it and they'd like sing and dance. It was terrible. They're called jib jabs.
Jib jab. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, they're...
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the blocky movement and stuff. Really obnoxious songs.
I'm sorry, I was 10.
Was that like Dancing Baby style?
No, it was, from what I remember, it more looked like cutouts of stuff. So like more like South Park, but everything was like computer animated. and
So not
thrown
like
together
Crazy
in, like, 2
Frog.
seconds. No, but I just remember them being absolute garbage.
Did you know that Crazy Frog, you can see his dick?
Okay, now I have
Well.
my homework for tonight.
Right?
Yeah.
Why wasn't that in the...
Where? What do you mean?
His dick is hanging out. He has no
Really?
pants, and he
frog
has a little penis.
Well, he is a crazy frog.
If Crazy Frog was in 2024, he'd get canceled immediately.
Yeah.
Kind of on that vein of like getting canceled, but like early stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say 90% of the internet comedy that started the internet could not fly today.
Well, it would be more niche, I think, as opposed to as many views as it got. But
Yeah.
I don't-
I think it'd still be around.
there's still people who laugh at some pretty inappropriate stuff. I could show you some of the podcasts I listen to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think Rooster Teeth would have been able to survive in the current culture. One of the things that I find so fascinating about the early 2000s internet is it was like the Wild West, so to speak. Like no one was doing things. So like kind of everything that was happening was new and interesting and different because I mean, essentially, like if you look at Red versus Blue, the animation's barely even there.
They're just standing still
They're
for so
just
much
standing
Right.
still, and it's just a bunch of guys talking in mics, and it's like, well, this today is nothing special,
Yeah.
but like it became just this big thing, which is really interesting. How if you could get in there in those early days, you could really just make something,
Yeah. But
and
like,
then
even-
get sold to Warner Brothers and.
I did
Is it
notice.
Warner Brothers Discovery or whatever? they got
it
sold
is
to?
Warner Brothers, yeah.
Warner Brothers, yeah.
I did notice that they used the R word a few times in Red versus Blue
Yeah.
when I watched it recently.
It wasn't the
Well, they
R
have
word
to.
then.
It begins with an R word. Red.
Yeah,
That's the one you're talking about?
Yes, Red.
You say it's like they couldn't make it today. They literally can't.
Oh, really?
I mean, they're shutting down.
Well, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Their
Well, another
brand of
company can.
whatever they tried to morph into to appeal to the audiences today, it like just didn't quite stick enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cancel culture has gone too far.
Now we're making a podcast.
Can't even say the R word anymore.
The rest of this podcast is just going to be all of us exclusively saying the N word.
Because it's what Rooster Teeth would have wanted.
That's what
Thank you, Rooster Teeth.
Rest in power.
Rest in R word.
Do you remember in school when they were like promoting that saying the R word was wrong? There was just like giant posters with the R word on it.
Oh, no.
It's just like, stop saying.
Yeah.
I think back to it now and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I now have a new mission for what I want to go and find on eBay. I want to find these posters.
Handwritten posters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
I'll
like
make
the
you one.
idea.
Oh, wait. Oh, they weren't like printed up by the company? Like people in your school actually made them?
We made the revolution happen.
I thought they were at least like store bought. So in order to
Nope.
get kids to stop using a word,
Like-
they had a poster contest where they had to use the word. That sounds smart.
Yo, kids were lining up to do that assignment.
Yeah, right?
We were all signing petitions.
They're like, I get to use it again?
Yeah.
One last time. One
How
last
small was stop using it on the poster?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You have the whole thing where it's just tiny at the very top, very like you almost have to take a magnifying and stop using, and then the R word in giant letters.
Yeah.
time. So it was like a giant banner with it on there, and then like everybody signed. Imagine just signing it. R word.
So
I feel like if I was
that
in
was
high-
my school. They did that. It
Yes,
was just
that's-
everyone it was public school.
I'm so glad that somebody else had that experience.
You know what's what is funnier than the R word?
Do you have a list?
Do you
Top 10 things funnier than the R word.
I'm very proud of you for thinking of 10.
Okay, what if it was like a smaller list than you thought? If it's like that's it?
Top five. Top
Yeah.
five.
It's just the N word.
It's the R word.
It's right underneath it.
Yeah.
No.
It's the R word twice.
Do you
Do you remember that song that's Let's Get It Started in Here?
Oh, yeah.
You remember what that song used to say?
Oh, yeah.
So that was like 2005, I must say.
Yeah, that's
I
right
think
around
so,
that era.
yeah.
I was thinking about that last night.
I hope people listening to this, if this ever comes out at this point,
right.
Too many R words.
that people understand that you should not say these things.
No.
Things have come
I don't-
a long way, but
Yeah,
Do not condone using the R word, of course.
Any,
rude.
yeah.
I like the idea of the stop saying gay bill in Florida, and they just have gay in huge letters on posters.
And everybody's signing that poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's all just like retirees.
Yeah.
So do you remember the first time that you were like on the internet or like saw like that first early like meme style of video?
I can say personally, I remember kind of both. They were at separate points, though. I'm going to just lay my age out here because I'm 40.
Old.
So I am old. I'm fine with that. 40. So like I started off with the internet in the 90s, like late 90s. So we had dial up at our fucking house.
Yeah.
I'm turning 30 this year, and I had it in my house.
Oh,
when I
wow.
was a
Okay.
Yeah,
to put that out there.
Okay. I wasn't sure because like I know when I went to college in 2001, that was the first time I ever had access to high speed internet. It blew my fucking mind.
man, high speed was doing a lot of work there.
Yeah.
It was.
I mean, it was completely different, like, because you didn't have to not be able to use the phone. Like,
I just remember turning on the computer and deciding to get on the internet. Was my mom going to storm up the stairs and beat my ass or not? Was she on the phone? Well, we're about to find out, boys. I'm so grateful I didn't end up on How to Catch a Predator as one of the children. I could have.
I'm glad you specified as one of the children.
I shouldn't have been unsupervised in chat rooms.
Yes, I'm also glad I didn't end up on that show.
Yeah.
for different reasons,
Man, I always wanted to be Chris Hansen.
I mean, to be fair, to be in the house, just in the dark and click on the light every episode. Oh, I bet you're wondering why we're here, Evan.
Why don't you have a seat?
Oh my God, Chris Hansen.
Can I get a picture? He's like, funny enough, we're already taking one.
This was all just my ploy to meet
It's
Chris
also
Hansen.
not fair to Evan because everywhere Evan goes, he brings Mike's Hard Lemonade and a box of condoms.
You never know.
You never know.
They're for me.
Yeah. You never know when you need them.
God, that is like the pedophile toolkit. It's like the starter pack.
Yeah.
And those very particular set of glasses. So what was your first like internet video that you remember seeing that was like, this is something?
I'll be honest with you. The first internet video that I remember watching, this way predates YouTube or anything like that. I was trying to watch a streaming video of Guar's music video for Cracking the Egg from their album America Must Be Destroyed. It took 30 minutes to load the video.
That's right. Yeah.
And it took forever. And I remember the box I was viewing it in was only about like 3 inches by 3 inches, and it was still grainy.
Yeah.
But you know what? I had nowhere else to watch Guar music videos. I was satisfied.
I think I had a similar experience, but it was 2001 American Idiot.
Okay.
The song American Idiot. And I had watched it on like VH1 and I just wanted to watch it again and like listen to the video. And you're right. And you'd wait for the video to load, you'd watch it, and then you'd keep the web page up so that you wouldn't have to go back to it and reload it.
Damn right.
So it would just like always be on in the background. That was probably my first like video, but I think like comedy, like internet comedy was probably like Numa Guy or like End of the World. Like on like E-Bombs World or something.
I remember Strong Bad. I watched a lot of Strong Bad.
Hell yeah. You know Strong Bad?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I thought you said strong bed, and I was like, oh, it was those weak cuts.
He goes over to a girl's house. What the fuck is this?
Weak ass bed.
This limp ass bed you got here.
I would bring it on To Catch a Predator. I brought a bed.
I swear it's for me.
You want some Mike's Hard Lemonade?
That's so funny. When you guys said that earlier, I was like, that is like the first drink I snuck. Was a Mike's Hard. Dark cherry.
Wow, you even remember the flavor. Hell
Yes,
yeah.
I do.
Shouldn't say Mike Tard.
Get the sign. Can't say that one anymore.
Strong Bad was he was a wrestler. I believe
he wore like a
and he was
luchador mask.
like a cartoon wrestler. I really can't remember that much about
do
it.
you know
but-
anything about Homestar Runner?
I, to this day, have never been on the Homestar Runner website.
They are I think they're intertwined. I think like Homestar Runner came from Strong Bad, or at least they've done videos together or something like that. I know he has like a weird voice. He talks like this and says stuff. Strong Bad. Little guy. Little red guy.
Was that your website? Was Homestar Runner?
I believe so. I think I just watched it at some friend's house, so I didn't really know what they had pulled up. But
And then where to go from there after? Take us through the Evan internet timeline.
oh boy, mainly downloading music. I would say on
Only music?
yeah.
How many
music.
laptops did you guys break in the day?
I destroyed my family's computer.
I definitely
Two. It's a rite of passage.
Shout out to my brother because I fucking destroyed his laptop. I think I may have destroyed 2 of his laptops, and he was really cool about it.
Right.
He's like, I get it.
Wow.
I'm on my 3rd one this year, too.
And it was like a laptop, so they were super expensive back in the day.
I was like,
Yeah,
wait.
so that might have been a lot of my early internet exposure.
Do you remember like what your first like music was that you were downloading? Because it's probably embarrassing. I know.
Isn't everybody?
I do remember download like DMX. It was,
Okay.
Yeah, not too embarrassed.
No,
by
that's
that.
not embarrassing at all.
Okay, but no, seriously, what were you downloading? Yeah, I was listening to like Run the Jewels back in the day, back in 2003. It was their early EP stuff. It was
It was mainly O Town.
Goddamn O-Town.
I never like downloaded music from like a website like that. I always had like a CD, and I always tried to get that CD onto the shitty MP3 players that my dad would buy me instead of buying me like an actual like iPod Shuffle or something. And I always had to call in for help. I had my best friend at the time come in and do the hard work for me on the computer because I couldn't figure it out. Couldn't figure it out. It was beyond me. So I never had like my own music. It was just music she liked.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had an iPod, but I didn't know I didn't have a lot of music. So for a while, I would go to my friend's house,
Exactly.
and I would just use his music.
Exactly.
You're like, this is the music I listen to now.
Because it's the only music they have.
Mm-hmm.
They're the only ones that know how to get it on there.
I'm probably one of 10 people who owned a Zune.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. I was like, fuck Apple. I'm getting a Zune. This one's going to be here forever.
Look at you. Look at you now.
It wasn't, but I love my Zune.
I heard they were really good,
Yeah.
actually. Like,
I actually still use an MP3 player. I have a little SanDisk clip.
this is going to be a very like local joke, but
Okay.
I feel like the Zune had the same marketing approach as Wawa's Pizza,
Okay.
which is like not as bad as you think.
Yeah. Yep.
Are they selling that now?
Yeah,
Dude, that thing's
Oh.
been sold. They've been selling it for a long time. Everyone forgets about it because.
because who the fuck goes to Wawa for pizza?
Exactly.
No one.
Wawa's like a how would you describe a Wawa for anyone that isn't in Eastern U.S.?
It's just a gas station convenience store.
Yeah, it
It's
sells like
like-
subs and shit.
Yeah.
It's like if a Subway made out and came together with the gas station.
Tidal wave. What? Yeah.
I saw that video on the early internet.
Yeah,
Oh my god, the weird porn stuff that was on the internet in the early days.
I don't know anything about that.
I think you do. I think you helped create that.
The only weird, like really weird porn stuff that I can really think of, because I mean, porn's always going to be all over the internet, but the one that was weirdly a sensation, 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Oh,
I watched that with a coworker for the first time.
Just recently?
No, like 10 years ago,
Oh,
but like
okay.
I didn't watch it when it was big because I heard what it was and I didn't get conned into watching it.
I watched it while eating pizza, and I couldn't finish. And I was like,
The video or the pizza?
But yeah, my friend showed it to me.
I declined to answer.
No, I got to put down this pizza. I got to see where this is going.
Yeah,
It's about to get good, I can see.
I needed to focus completely on it.
Yeah. It's very character driven.
Yeah.
I don't want to half-ass this pizza.
I need 2 hands to enjoy this video.
Oh, no.
I remember I watched it for the first time and I filmed a reaction video. It was, oh my God, it was me and Abby.
Oh, wow.
And
No.
Did you both know what it was going into it, or like
we did. We knew that it was like the big thing.
because it was really interesting to introduce people to it, not knowing what it was.
We had seen like the trend of the reaction videos, but no, of course the reaction videos didn't actually have the clip in it.
No.
So you could watch all the reaction videos and still be like, still not know what's going on. So we filmed a reaction video of us watching it, and we didn't understand that the reaction would be the fun part. So we just fucking watched it in horrified silence. And we went,
Somehow that's hilarious, too.
and then we
You're just like, your face is contorting, but only in silence.
stone faced, and we were just so overwhelmed. It was just such a nothing video. We never uploaded it.
The thing about Two Girls, One Cup is it just keeps going. Just like when you're like, oh, that's so bad. It gets worse.
It's almost done.
It builds. It works on levels. Truly genius form of art.
It's like Return of the King.
Oh,
It just
Where's
wouldn't
the
end.
extended video? Have you seen the extended cut yet?
I have not, no.
I mean,
Do you
they
have
do
any
not get
pizza?
another cup.
You have the 2 girls, 1 cut director's cut.
Oh, God.
It's just you can see him filming it. His reaction.
I think Two Girls, One Cup was more entertaining than Return of the King.
All right. The door's over there.
Hot
Laying down,
takes.
yeah, you're laying
All
down
right,
that
David,
gauntlet.
unplug. It's over.
We're done here.
Nah,
Walking
I don't
out.
know. I didn't watch both of them to the end, so
Never finished.
I just assumed the king returned in both of them.
It's in the title.
That was odd. And Dirt Girls One Cup when the king shows up.
Yeah.
He opens the door. Oh.
Yeah, I actually, weirdly enough, with Two Girls, One Cup, I always will think of John Mayer because of it, and I know that's weird.
Go on.
Around the time it gained popularity, it was him and a comedian. They did a thing called Two Guys, One Cup, where essentially they were just recreating the video, but using chocolate frozen yogurt.
Right.
It was pretty funny. That's
I bet
it.
that is kind of funny.
Fair.
Was Your Body is a Wonderland playing in the background?
No, I think they still did the weird piano music.
Oh.
You say that there was like a soundtrack to 2 girls, 1 cup?
Yeah, it was weird piano music.
I don't remember it,
Right.
but I bet you if you played it for me, it would hit me like a freight train.
I weirdly, vividly remember that more than anything.
Oh.
Get the pizza.
Because it's not bad. It's not great music, but it's just like really nice. It's just piano music over top of this horrible thing.
Could you just imagine it's like a masterpiece is playing in the background?
John Williams' Duel of the Fates is playing.
Just like Baby Shark in the background.
Oh God! For some reason, that's more disturbing.
I remember doing that, the Baby Shark at like camp, and then it got on television and got popularized, and everybody was doing Baby Shark, and I'm like, is this new to everybody?
It was, yeah.
Y'all didn't go to Girl Scout camp.
I did.
They kicked me out.
I showed up with Mike's Hard Lemonade
A strong bed.
and a box of condoms.
That's the way to do it.
Man, this might never get released.
This might not.
Well, this is just for us. So,
Yeah.
What are you guys' political views?
Put down that smartphone and listen to me. I'm Matthew Milligan, professional musician and lifelong Weird Al fan. Each week, I'm joined by professional podcaster and close personal friend Matt Kelly to take a dive off the deep end into the vast career of pop culture icon Weird Al Yankovic on our show, Weird Algorithm. Along with some very special guests from the worlds of music and comedy, we tackle every song, every television appearance, and every bit of sketch comedy Al has produced in chronological order, covering the good old days of My Bologna and Eat It, the fun zone of tacky and white and nerdy, and everything in between. As we go, we're ranking the songs, albums, and music videos in the hopes of creating the ultimate guide to a career bigger than the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. So the next time you're having one of those days, stuck in a traffic jam, wondering why does this always happen to me, just kick off your sneakers and stick around for a while because we've got it all on Weird Algorithm, available wherever you get your podcasts. And now you know. Was that enough references?
So this isn't like that old, but like I remember like the first meme that I can like actively remember seeing is the Me Gusta. The guy that is just like kind of a drawing of a face and his lips are pressed together and it just says Me Gusta.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The meme faces was such a window of time for the internet.
It was a really good time at the time.
So I remember, to jump off that, is I remember like the first sites that I was going on the internet was like E-Bombs World. Like that was the only place that I knew where to go to. And then after that there was those like I Can Has Cheeseburger.
I remember those. Yeah.
Websites.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it was like, this is where like the concept of a meme was coming from, kind of now popularized. Okay. And they had like I Can Has Cheeseburger, and they had like a million other like little websites, each for like a different meme. It was like kind of like what a subreddit is now.
I see.
And like there was one for like the demotivational posters. There was one for the for like the meme draw the
Me Gusta?
Yeah, like Me Gusta. There was just like something random. Like I remember all of these and I was obsessed with those.
I also remember watching videos like they were like supposed to be rejected early childhood learning videos. And it was like a group of these little cloud people. And one cloud said to all the other clouds, "Everybody dance!" And all the little clouds dance. And they're going, "Yeah!" And the leader cloud, his ass just starts bleeding. Oh. Out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
And he turns to all of them and says, "My anus is bleeding." And all the clouds are still dancing.
Is that the same one that's My Spoon Is Too Big?
Yeah, it's the same people.
Yeah, that's old. Yeah. I remember that one.
Oh, my spoon is too big.
Oh,
What do you think they
like
were trying
stick figure people?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I do know that.
Yeah, rejected cartoons or something.
Yeah.
It was
Something
called.
like that.
Don Hertzfeld or something?
Something like that.
Something
yeah.
like that.
I can look it up. Hold on.
But on like the same vein, I was really into these videos about Dr. Octonopus. Really took advantage of like random humor, was really big in the early 2000s.
Was he a gynecologist?
Nope. He's just a man that had 8 limbs and fucking laser beamed.
Okay.
Brad, what did you say the name was? For
Don Hertzfeld.
You nailed it. Don Hertzfeld.
Nailed it.
Yeah, nice. that was really good. From 2000 was when that video was first uploaded. Supposedly.
Yeah, I do remember all those things. And I remember them being pretty funny. And I remember going back to them a few years ago. And they're a mixed bag.
Yeah.
Because I think he used to do... or someone in his style did like Pop-Tarts commercials.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't know if it was him or someone just cribbing his style, but yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
The Pop-Tart commercials were pretty good, honestly.
Pop-Tarts kind of got unhinged for a minute.
They do.
They were going like Skittles commercials. They were just doing lines of Coke in the office. Just like, who cares?
Well, this actually, this pairs nicely with early internet. You remember those weird not Subway, Quiznos commercials.
Yeah.
With those weird things. I think they're called like sponge monkeys or something.
Yeah, they almost look like chinchillas.
Yeah, but they like their eyes are weird.
They had like human mouth and human eyes.
Yeah. Because that was a guy who did all that stuff on the internet, and Quiznos was like, let's tap into this like
We Like the Moon. That was the original video, and then Quiznos was just like, fuck yes.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
And then they shut down.
Yeah.
Because everyone was like, what the fuck is going on, Quiznos? I know your subs are toasted, but are you?
I remember like looking them up like later in life being like, were these real or were they just like a fever dream?
It seems like a fever dream, but yeah, it happened.
It actually happened.
Commercials used to be pretty good, it turns out.
Or fever dreams.
Now,
Tomato.
if I see a commercial, I'm immediately angry.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still love those Liberty Mutual commercials. The Limu, Emo, and Doug. They make me laugh. I don't know why.
Yeah, most commercials these days are too safe.
Not enough usage of the R word.
You gotta drop some hard R's around.
Yeah.
No! Did anybody else like use the internet for like
Pornography?
Definitely. That's exactly where I'm going, actually. I used to really be into, like, fan fiction. That's, like, the first websites I remember using.
Nah,
I was just reading smut on the internet on the family computer.
I didn't need the smut on the internet. I was too busy out there crushing pussy as it is.
I'm sorry, I was 9.
In middle school with your bowl cut.
How'd you know me in middle school? Man, the internet didn't exist in middle school.
I mean, to be fair, I also had a bowl cut at the time.
And you were also out there crushing pussy.
Yeah.
My pussy.
No weird sound effect. No, because like 2003, I was in college.
That's so interesting that like you probably experienced the majority of the internet in college.
Yeah.
Whereas like I experienced most of the internet like at the start was in middle school and like maybe right before middle school. There used to be a game that I would play. If anyone remembers this, it would be amazing. It was I guess everything was a flash game back then, but it was like 3D. It was called Sherwood Park. And it was like a medieval style game where you would pop in and you just have like a medieval guy, like a knight. And it was one map that was like a light forest with like a river going through it. And it was just a giant round map with like 5 pillars on across the map, like on kind of towards the edges. And you'd go up and on the pillar would be like a chest, and you'd walk up to the chest and it would give you a different weapon. It was like an axe or a cooler sword or whatever. And that was it. That was the game. And you would drop in with like other people, other like kids, and it was just a glorified chat room. There was no reason for the weapons. There was no reason to be knights, but I enjoyed it so much because that was the game.
Was it on Newgrounds? Because I got my games from Newgrounds.
Yeah, I believe it was.
also played
Yeah.
a lot of Newgrounds.
Fuck yeah. The day Newgrounds shut down because they no longer supported browsers no longer supported whatever format they used was a sad day for me. That was one of my first the old internet's dead.
I thought it was because their website was destroying computers with all the porn games.
Probably a couple of both.
Yeah.
Could be both sides.
It was me. I'm sorry.
You created all those porn games?
No, I destroyed enough computers that they had to shut the website down.
Wow. Damn.
I remember one specific porn game I played on Newgrounds, and it was just like I remember the fucking point of the game. I think it was like you're trying to it was like a jigsaw puzzle, and you're just like trying to see like a
Boobies.
hentai titties or something. But for some reason they had in the background playing Coldplay's Yellow was playing in the background. And now, to this day, anytime I hear that song, I'm like, titties.
Yellow.
I got Pavloved.
Yeah, that's weird because I think anything Coldplay is just a boner killer.
I mean, it's in the name, Coldplay.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
It's true.
Why would you do Coldplay for like a pornography game?
right.
That's so weird.
Can be romantic.
Depending on how many people listen to this, there's gonna be one person. It's gonna be like, yes.
Oh, yeah,
I remember that. It's gonna be a visceral memory for like one person.
They're going to be like, what? I fucked a Coldplay?
I feel like if I was programming that game, I'd do like a weirder thing, like Cannibal Corpse's I Come Blood. That's what you play with a porn game. That's
That makes
the
me feel
music.
so much better about the porn game I played.
The Freak on a Leash was playing in the
Oh, hell yeah. Just a loop of Jonathan Davis scatting.
Boom.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Every time you like touch the nipple,
Yeah.
the music starts up.
No.
Oh, it's only the rapiest game. Now that I'm an adult and I unlocked this memory today, it was just this game. This woman was sleeping and you were trying to touch her without her waking up.
I remember that one.
And like the music over top of it is just like so like like it like really matched what you were up to. Only the creepiest game available. I'm pretty sure that's why the family computer had to be reset. They were like, you're fucking disgusting. Restart, retry.
I don't remember any porn games on Newgrounds.
You were using it wrong.
I was.
Yeah, because I remember I'd go to Newgrounds to like want to see like what was hip and happening in the world, and
All roads lead to teens.
and I'd be like, I'd go through like the tabs. I'm like, what's going on? And it would just be like games, adult games, and I'm like, well, let's see what's going on here.
What do you mean, adult?
Wait a minute. Were you guys saying you were 18 when you weren't? Because that's strictly forbidden.
Yeah,
I cannot confirm or deny about my age.
Oh shit, we got some.
No English.
We got some rebels here.
It's a bad boy on the internet.
Yeah. Watch out, everyone.
By the way, I'm going to share another shame upon all of these shames I've already shared.
That's okay. You guys are paid me out to be a pedophile on this, so
It's your words, not us.
You've done it.
It's
you
true.
did the dirty work.
We've done it. We gave him the shovel that he burned
the cops are gonna come bursting through the door.
right here, officer.
Shit,
He
that
brought
was
the lemonade.
That was actually Chris Hansen's cue to like just walk down.
Fucker's always late.
Yeah, god damn it.
Is that why you brought all these hard lemonades?
Yeah. I told you, it brings them everywhere.
So I always thought they were lab tops, not laptops.
Oh,
Oh.
I was saying that well into being 18.
Why?
I thought that's what they were called. I had misheard. And nobody ever called me out until they did. But
Did you like get in a fight with someone? Was it like one of those situations where you were like, oh, I'm going to take out my laptop, and you were like, you stupid idiot, it's laptop.
No, I was talking about my laptop, and finally a friend of mine just put her hand on my shoulder and said, it's laptop. And I was like,
And you
good.
just thought back to like all the times you confidently said it wrong.
Yep. And nobody has said anything. Like I had spinach in my teeth for 10 years.
Yeah. I guess it's because you were like, computers, they're for smart people. Labs are for smart people.
right.
I'm smart. I have one.
Yeah.
And autocorrect hasn't been created yet. So going back to the old internet, I knew that something was happening, and I knew that the internet was going to be big was when the stuff I was watching on YouTube went from being people with their cameras uploading themselves to like series. So kind of like Red vs. Blue and other series that they were making. What was the first series that you remember watching on the internet?
I watched the Philip DeFranco show like daily.
Hell yes.
For a long time.
Philly D.
Yeah.
He's still going.
Yeah, he is. I don't watch him that much anymore. Every once in a while, if he'll pop up and I'll be like, oh, I'm interested in this story, so I'll see what his take is. But yeah, that was like a daily thing for me, like 2009, 2010.
Yeah. Actually, this poster back here, this love poster, came from his company.
Oh, okay.
What is that?
Love.
Oh, Philip DeFranco.
No, I know that's. I know. I can read.
Yeah. Finally.
I'm sorry. I thought you didn't know what love was.
Oh. Okay. Yes, that is true.
We're still trying to figure out how to teach a robot how to love. Do you want to explain what Philip DeFranco was?
Yeah, he would.
Or is currently?
Yes. Basically, like stories, like news stories. He would cover them in like a 10-minute video. Plus, he would have like just. I think he ended the show with like, "Here's a hottie," and he would just show like a woman. So that was like a part of it too.
Stop watching because it's on hot women.
Yeah. I don't think he does that anymore. But
I can confirm he does not do that.
yeah,
anymore.
but he
Now he's selling merch at the end.
But yeah, it was like pop culture, bigger news stories, international affairs, and he would cover it all. He'd be like, "What do you guys think?" And that would be
He still does that part.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like a news roundup.
Yeah.
And it would be like, this is what these people, this is what this side's saying, this is what the other side's saying, here's my opinion, what do you think? I read every comment. No, the fuck he doesn't.
No.
Maybe he did then. Maybe back in the day.
Maybe.
So he started in what, 2009? You said like around that. That was when
Around
you guys
that,
we
maybe
were watching?
2008, something like
Did
that.
he ever
yeah.
go off the deep end, as people who cover news for like
no.
decades tend to do?
I don't think so. I don't think he ever got canceled or anything either.
I did listen to an interview that he did. I know nobody here likes this person, but I listened to an interview he did on Joe Rogan before
Okay.
Joe Rogan went off the deep end.
Yeah.
Or, arguably. And
Somebody come get him.
and in that interview, Philip DeFranco seemed way crazier
Oh,
than Joe Rogan. Like, he just like can't even keep his thoughts together because every time he says that Phil says a sentence or like goes to have a take, he remembers how that take would be bad in a certain context because he's covered and had opinions on everything. He can't do an opinion.
He's just got one of those boards behind him with a whole bunch of tacks and strings.
Yeah.
Leading to one central point.
It was crazy to hear him talk outside of like his YouTube persona, like within his context, because you realize how much this person is damaged from doing this show.
Right.
Bang bong.
He said, I can only have an opinion for 5 seconds on something, and then I can't talk in a long form podcast.
Oh, wow.
Even Joe Rogan goes, nobody knows what you're talking about. It's like, even Joe Rogan's like, you need to relax.
Wow. So Joe Rogan has told Phil DeFranco to calm down.
Yeah.
But he's had Alex Jones on like 3 or 4 times. Cool.
Yeah. And
Cool.
let's Alex Jones just fucking
Just
go crazy.
go. Just fucking go.
I remember my first series that I ever saw, besides like Red versus Blue, was a series called Lonely Girl 15.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Is that like Box Girl?
Oh, Boxy?
Yeah, is that the same thing?
No.
Okay.
So Lonely Girl 15 was like a vlogger. So it was like a 15-year-old girl. She was vlogging and she was just kind of talking about her life and, you know, just normal bullshit vlogging, who cares stuff. But like as time goes on, you think she's in like a cult and she's like, or like she's in some type of religious, like at first think she's like a Mormon. Mm-hmm. It kind of gives the vibe of that. And then just like as the vlogs go on, like the stories she tells get like more and more concerning before things go totally off the rails.
She's kidnapped. There's my cards in the room.
She does get kidnapped.
I'm sorry, I yelled at the mic.
But it took for a while before people found out it wasn't real.
Yeah.
I think once they started doing like maybe those bigger things, people were starting to question. But I know like it, because she was kind of like a groundbreaking thing because, yeah, when it came out that she was so scripted, that she was actually scripted, like everyone was like, what the fuck? We can't trust the internet. And it's like, no, you can't.
Fucking obviously did that.
Hey, man, the early days, you didn't know what you could do because it was low tech. It was just her sitting in front of a webcam just talking. It wasn't like crazy production. It wasn't obviously fake from the start.
It's weird to think that there was a production company behind that was like intentionally making something look shitty.
Speaking of real things on the internet, I was here to talk about Pizzagate.
That's real.
Yeah.
God. Oh no. Oh no.
Tell
This
me
is
more,
not going
tell me
on.
talking
more.
about?
Oh, you guys don't know.
I didn't mean
wow,
for this
you
to
opened up
happen.
Oh no, you brought something up on a podcast. Didn't think you were gonna have to talk about it.
Oh, God.
Tell me what
Tell us
Pizzagate is,
about
bitch.
Pizzagate and your thoughts.
Well, Pizzagate is, I believe it's a theory that a lot of people believed who broke into the Capitol on January 6, 2021.
I guarantee that Venn diagram's a circle.
And it's basically a theory of I think liberal politicians and Hollywood elites have a pedophile cult, and that they are, I think, we're drinking the blood of children or something. And
Okay.
And it
Yeah.
all took place in a pizza place in DC called Comet Ping Pong Pizza.
oh, really?
Oh, is that a real place?
It's a real place.
Man.
That sounds awesome.
And
Right? It kinda makes me
yeah, they actually do have like ping pong and stuff like that. Like it seems like a pretty rad place.
Fry's
but-
dog is sitting outside.
Yeah. Oh, don't.
He made it sad.
And so like it became this whole big deal where all these crazy lunatics would start to go there. And
They thought the kids were in the basement.
they thought kids were in the basement.
insane.
Yeah, there was a lot of coverage. One guy went there with like an assault rifle and like he didn't kill anyone, but he did shoot at the place.
That's insane.
He said, I'm going to liberate these kids.
Yeah, I think the guy who owned it, I think his name was like James Alefantis or something, and like he was like he sued a lot of people, I believe.
I bet he did.
I mean, coming after his ping pong pizza parlor.
Yeah, and like he didn't do anything, and second time being brought up on the podcast, Alex Jones He
Man of the hour.
he had a lot to do with it. Like not a lot to do with it, but he certainly didn't stop it.
Yeah.
And
well, that's his MO. That's Alex Jones in a nutshell. It's like, well, he didn't cause it necessarily.
He's just asking the questions.
Yeah, he's just asking questions here. See, now we're getting to this is where the internet now and why it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But hey, we're winding the clock back. Remember when the internet was fun and cool and
Like
Numa
Lonely Girl
Numa guy?
15. Yeah.
Yeah, Lonely Girl 15 when people were getting fake abducted and nobody did anything about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have to say, like, something with Lonely Girl 15 that is good is people did at least put time into it, because there's stupid prank videos and shit now that are just like obvious prank videos. Like, there was at least thought and care put into Lonely Girl 15 or whatever. So I think that's cool. But
Definitely.
I think the first
cool.
video series like I watched for me was probably Zero Punctuation.
What was that?
It was just this it's just a guy who talked really fast. He was an Australian guy, I believe. His name's Yahtzee Crenshaw, I believe. He just reviewed video games really fast, really snarky. He was part of a network called The Escapist.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about now. Yeah, he still makes videos. I think.
Still makes videos. I think he just left The Escapist like a year or so ago. Like, it wasn't long. But yeah, I used to watch his stuff.
I watched a guy Laserbeam. Now this is
What the
this is somewhat newer. It like 2015. So
Taserface.
it's a little bit
almost 10
newer.
years ago.
Yeah, but
The lizard guy?
no, he reviewed like mainly just like he would play Madden and review it, and
Oh, I don't know this guy.
he would do things where he would put like Peyton Manning at running back for like a series, and
Well, that's fun.
yeah.
That makes me think of those videos where they would take like footage of football players and just put nonsense in where
Right,
their
right.
mouth would move.
Yes.
And I used to think those were so fucking funny.
Like the bad lip reading.
Yes, the bad lip readings. And I would like weep at these. I tried to watch one like a couple of months ago. It does not hold up. It's not funny anymore.
They just had him say the R word a bunch of times.
Is there a greater pain than showing somebody a video you find hysterical and they get no reaction out of it?
Only when you show them music and the same thing happens.
Oh, yeah.
Every single time I want to show somebody something that I'm like, I love this thing, I put it on and I'm listening to it and I'm like, this sucks. This sucks. Like, I don't know why. Like, I am automatically like, they're going to hate this. And because they hate this, they're going to hate me because I liked it. And I forced them to watch it. Friendship doomed.
You know, actually, that happened to a friend of mine. He showed me some music, and after the song ended, I was like, I didn't like that very much.
And you never talk to them again?
No, I still talk to him, but it's a core memory he brings up.
Oh, geez. See, wow. Thanks for validating my insecurity.
It's real. It happens.
I'm not showing you guys shit anymore.
I don't. I'll hate it.
I have like a rule that I follow when it comes to like internet videos is if I initially consumed it with a group of people, then and I found it funny in that context, then I will share it to a group of people.
Okay.
Versus if I watch it by myself alone, it might just be my own. It just hits somewhere for me. Like, it's not a crowd pleaser.
Wait, you guys have friends?
This is a long time ago.
Okay.
Whew, before they burned all those bridges. Yeah, we have the internet. Who needs friends?
Yeah, I watch a lot of things by myself, and I'm just like, this is hilarious. And yeah, I've recommended podcasts to Brad here, and he's just been like, no.
If it makes you feel better, he has tried to turn me on to the Rooster Teeth podcast like since I've met him, and
Right.
I've never listened to one of the podcasts until last week.
Oh, wow.
You've won me out.
Yeah,
Now they're
finally
gone.
he sent us that list of stuff to look at, and I got like 15 minutes and I was like, I'll come back to it. I didn't. I didn't. Recommending podcasts to people solemnly works.
Yeah.
Not usually.
No,
It has to be organic.
You have to find it has to be your idea.
my idea for someone else's podcast.
Exactly.
I don't know why I haven't. listen to. I don't know, because I feel like you always introduce them to me in the worst way possible.
Well, yeah.
You're like, here's this comedian you hate. He also does this podcast you should listen to. And you're like, why don't you listen to these things I recommend?
Well, yeah,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
often am
Shame
like,
on you.
yeah. Now it is a thing where like Brad would hate this, and I recommend it.
Yeah. People just think I hate watch everything. I don't. Some things I like.
Oh, speaking.
Sometimes.
Name one thing.
Wow, I shouldn't have paused that much. Damn it.
He doesn't like anything. Spoiler.
I have one of my favorite little things for you is I just go, you hate stuff. You hate stuff.
I'm very passionate about things.
And I love that about you.
If you don't like something, you'll tell me.
Oh yeah, but I don't really give a shit if any of you guys like it. Like if I hate something that you love, good for you. I'm just going to tell you my opinion. But if it works vice versa, because you can't change people's opinions.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, no, you can beat any argument I get in as to whether or not a movie, music, whatever is bad if you just end it with, well, I liked it, and I'm like, I can't fucking argue that. Or yeah, the air horn. Air horn works all the time.
Actually, you did change my opinion once.
Oh shit.
When we were talking about The Shining, and I got really into hating on the main actress, and you talked to me, and I was like, I'm the problem. So
Why so? Did you remember what, like...
I said she wasn't as pretty in the book, and Brad's like, why is that a problem? Mm-hmm. And I was like, it's not even a problem to be ugly.
Because she puts in, Shelley Duvall puts in such a dynamite performance in that thing. Like, she's not the most attractive person in the world, but...
And I'm like the edge board in the corner, like, she's not even hot, though.
Elbows too pointy.
Basically.
Actually, probably.
And I went home that night, and I thought about it, and I was like, I changed my mind.
Oh, good.
Like, no wonder her husband wants to kill her.
We are kind of running out of time here.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Have we talked about anything?
No.
Gotcha.
Perfect. Exactly what I wanted.
So we are, from my experience, completely emulating the Rooster Teeth podcast.
Yeah, we did it perfect.
done it.
It's exactly what I wanted. Maybe like just one final thing here. Like if there was anything about like the early internet that is like a distinct memory for you that you wanted to talk about.
I remember looking in every once in a while on rotten.com. Does anyone else remember rotten.com?
Something rotten?
No. Rotten.
It was just rotten.
It was just rotten.com. Okay.
I feel like I'm not supposed to know.
No, you're not. It's kind of fucked up.
Was it like all the fucked up videos?
It would show like real dead bodies and shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, wait.
Why would I watch videos when I can see a dead body in person?
That's a memory of the early internet. Like people getting their heads cut off and stuff.
Yeah.
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 Still out there.
Yeah, just like I remember that was one night hanging out with the boys.
Oh no.
That was a good 3 videos, and then we hit one that was just a bit too much, and that was it. That was never went back.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I've always had this because we used to, this is also dating myself, but pre-internet days, they had movie series that you could like check out from your local Blockbuster. No, Blockbuster didn't have them. We had a local chain. They had these things called Faces of Death.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Where they would do basically the same thing. You'd see like things of people getting killed and like all this stuff. And I remember we were watching it one night and I realized, much like Evan's experience with Two Girls, One Cup, we were eating pizza while watching just clips of like murder and shit. And we just looked down at our pizza. We were like, should we be doing this? And we all just went, I don't know, and just started eating pizza again.
If it works, it works. It makes you hungry,
Yeah, but
Can't change what makes your dick hard.
We were jerking each other off.
That's what you were doing with the other hand.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
But yeah, I remember just going to that website and looking at that stuff. And in retrospect, I'm like, why the fuck did I do that?
Blame it all on the Mike's Hards.
Blame it on the juice, baby.
Yeah.
Blame it on the juice.
I think the last like big like thing that I enjoyed on the internet was, oddly enough, Nyan Cat.
Oh, but non-cat's fun.
That was a peak.
Yeah. It's, for me, it has been downhill from there. Because Nyan Cat was just an artist that did like kind of off the wall digital art. He may still do off the wall digital art, It was just person on the internet make something for fun. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to be for anything. It just is, and it took off for no reason. And I was like, we've done it. This is the last like beacon of the internet to me.
You're talking about a peak. I have a valley to talk about.
Go on.
So there was this website that I was in middle school, and my best friend, who was a girl, we made these accounts on this website called Yearbook, where you would upload a picture of yourself, and there were like little games and shit on there. But the primary function of this website is you would pick somebody to go up against. It's only the most toxic girl shit ever. And your picture would be next to their picture, and people would vote who was the hottest.
Oh, hotornot.com.
Basically, it was essentially that. I don't know how I didn't end up like the woman that got kidnapped.
You just were putting pictures of yourself on the internet being like abductable.
Basically. Felt cute. Might delete later.
So when did that come to an end? Because I imagine the story there.
It's still going on.
I never shut down the account.
Vote now. We'll have a link in the description. 16-year-old Morgan.
You were 16 in middle school?
Yeah, it took me a while to get through it.
All right.
Well, I do have a peak. I do have a peak moment for when the internet peaked. It's mainly just for me. I taught English at a community college.
Oh my God. This is deep lore I didn't know about, Brad.
Someone put me on rateyourprofessor.com.
Nice.
What was your rating?
I had a little chili pepper next to my name, which meant whoever did it thought I was hot.
Oh!
Yeah!
The ego boost.
Take it.
Yeah.
You've been riding that shit since.
I have. And it was great because it was college, so they were of age.
Oh, we
so
take
it's
it.
nothing
We take
creepy.
it. Finally.
Yeah,
Unlike
finally,
mine.
yeah.
Lame.
As he sips the maker.
I could still probably find it too. Last I remember, it was still up there, the review. So let's see if I can find it.
Oh, we're doing the...
Or do you not want me to?
No, go for it, please. I'm surprised. Evan, you got any...
Probably the peak of being Dane Cook's career.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was such a...
Yeah.
When people would make like little animated to like his
Yeah.
jokes.
Yeah.
I used to love him.
That's probably how I originally found out about Dane Cook.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was like through MySpace and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope my MySpace dies in peace. Nobody look it up.
I think they wiped everything.
Oh, thank God. Mine was just full of only cringy posts. Like those surveys you would fill out. There were like questions and you'd insert the answer. And it was only the most emo, she thinks she's deep shit ever.
Oh, they still have stuff like that on Facebook. Like,
Well, I don't have Facebook now on purpose.
all right.
Oh,
I can't be trusted with the internet.
I don't know how we got this far without talking about like the FMV videos of like Naruto and like Linkin
the music
Park.
videos?
Oh,
Yo, those were so fun.
AMVs.
I fucking remember weeping at the computer at anime music videos, dog.
So these motherfuckers on rateyourprofessor.com took off the chili pepper.
Wow.
I don't think it's actually on there anymore because like I'm not
Let's
even
see the
seeing
photo.
because I know I don't have a picture of me. It's just because you don't upload it. Someone did.
Fake
but
news.
apparently I've never had so much fun in a writing class course. I actually wanted to go to class. Yay. Probably the funnest thing you can do with writing.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
He's still hot in my book.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
goodness.
Well, I think that's a good note to end. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for being here, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Does anybody have like, I don't know, we're all just kind of people. Does anybody have like a social they want to shout out or just to make this time worth it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, follow Cannoli the Pug on Instagram.
There we go.
Yeah.
Is that your dog?
My girlfriend's dog.
Okay. I was just curious. It is a pug. I do love dogs.
Yeah, I'll second his. Follow Cannoli the Pug.
Cannoli's very cute. I love cannoli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. Go listen to the Maximum Mediocrity podcast. Go listen to Anime is Trash. And get off the internet.
Bye.
Maximum Mediocrity is a proud member of the Geekscape Network, and Matt Kelly is our nerd in shining armor. If you liked this episode and you'd like to hear more, please go to MaximumMediocrity.com and Geekscape.net. Thank you once again for listening.